The main contradictions of human economic development in today's world and relative solutions. A world with extremely unbalanced political, economic, material, and culture development must be a world characterized by political volatility, economic dislocation, wealth inequality, cultural conflicts, and unsteady social conditions. The core factor of social instability is the unbalanced economic developments among all member countries of human beings. Due to the huge disparity of labor income caused by the imbalance of economic development among various countries and social groups, there has been a serious polarization phenomenon between the rich and the poor in all social groups, triggering social contradictions. 1. The economic situation of developed countries in the world. The main economic problem of developed countries in the world is the overcapacity resulting the contradiction between narrow market and high production cost. The insufficient consumer demand has a direct impact on the rapid economic growth, which further affects the improvement of the social employment rate and the income level of worker. 2. The economic situation of developing countries in the world. The main economic problems of developing countries in the world are the sluggish economic development and the stagnant income growth caused by the slow social economic development, which attribute to the differences existed in production technologies, product varieties, product quality, and the quality of labor force. Hence, national citizens fall into the long-term income trap of wages and benefits. 3. The economic situation of underdeveloped countries in the world. There is a strong development desire for the economy of the underdeveloped countries in the world, but their objective economic conditions seriously fall behind, which have caused serious deficiency in terms of investment, technology, capital, labor organization ability, and the laborer's productivity, and failure to effectively organize economic activities. As a result, a large number of labor forces in society cannot be effectively allocated and fail to play a role. So the big shortage of laborers seriously affects the social willingness and consuming ability of social members. 4. The current economic model of humans. The long-term development mode of humans is based on the invisible monopoly system when the economic oligarch takes the international financial capital as the link, which is the major factor that causes a serious disparity in income distribution among the people of the world. Thus, it has formed an over-centralization of wealth, which has resulted in a serious mismatch in the world's economy and consumer market. The huge consumer groups reduce their consumption desires or even become incapable of consuming because of their inadequate income, which objectively blocks the invisible consumption vigor of huge consumer groups, while a few of high-income groups in society are serious overconsumption, who have strong spending ability but have no intense willingness to consumer. 5. The polarization in the world economic income. A serious polarization exists in the world economy. There is a huge gap and chasm between the poor and the rich. It has seriously affected the rapid, sustained, steady, and balanced development of the global economy, forming an embarrassing situation where the strong maintains its strong power, while the weak stays in the weak position. As a result, it caused a serious overbalance between overproduction and economic development, which is also the main cause of the global economic crisis. 6. The reasons of unbalanced world economy. The main reason causing the serious imbalance in the world economy is the economic blockage in the consumer market, which is caused by the misalignment of spending capability owing to the huge disparities in labor income distribution among countries, social groups, and social family members. 7. The risk of world wealth overconcentration. At present, there is a serious overconcentration of world wealth, and there is a huge economic difference among the developed, developing, and underdeveloped countries. there is a serious economic inequality among societies, which not only leads to the stagnation and decline of the world economy, but also causes serious social contradictions and incompatible class antagonism. It seriously affects the harmonious and stable development process of the entire human society. Thus, the cost of social administration is enormously increased throughout the world. 8. How to effectively solve the unbalanced development of the world economy. The main task of the future development of science and technology is to solve the contradiction between the labor cost and the labor shortage in the economic life of mankind. How to ensure a balanced consumption of all citizens is a very difficult problem that needs to be seriously dealt with, and the truth theory is a miraculous solution to this problem. 9. The development path of future economy. The world population in the future is not only major workers for economic development, but also major consumers of the world economy, both of which are very important. Intelligent mechanical labor is an important way to solve the shortage of human labor forces, and human beings themselves are the only way to solve the problem of insufficient consumption and imbalance in the whole society, which means that consumption is necessary for the sustained and rapid development of production and economy. 10. The equilibrium of human labor wealth. The equilibrium and equalization of human labor wealth are the only condition for ensuring normal, reasonable, and adequate spending capabilities of all mankind. We hope to truly realize a wealthy life that everybody has food to eat, clothes to wear, a house to live, and money to spend. By doing so, the economic and cultural development of human beings can truly reach the happy and beautiful ideal society for mankind, which has been expected for many years. To achieve this grand and magnificent goal, mankind must have a unified and noble moral sentiment, and a high level of moral bottom line and universal standards. The truth theory is the life Bible in improving the moral construction of human beings. 11. What that the equilibrium of labor-wealth benefits are most capital and technology. In the future economic life of mankind, the contradiction between the allocation and use of wealth is no longer the contradiction among labor members in social production. With the development of science and technology, the contradiction among labors, labor efficiency, and labor distribution system will be more and more mitigated. The major contradiction affecting social and economic development will turn to the increase or decrease of consumer demand. Because the comprehensive and balanced development of the world consumer market is the only driving power in promoting world economic development, it is the consumers that will fully guide the social and economic development. It is the popularization and application of information technology that help mankind reach the world consumer market without blind spots. And it is the moralized achievements of the truth theory that achieve the equilibrium of wealth between social members and ensure the optimal environment of the consumer market to the most extent, which will greatly promote the economic growth of human society. The world economy will become more active, balanced, stable, and energy efficient. All social groups in the world will become civilized, harmonious, and stable. All human beings will have a better and happier life.